Good morning. Welcome to Mrs. Stanich's studio. I wanted to do a demonstration today to talk about pen and ink because that's going to be our next project. I want to look at different types of pen and ink that we have. If we were in class, you would have a handle and nibs to choose from. We have a whole bunch of different types of nibs. The way that this works is the nib, different types of nibs give you different types of pen marks, and we would use ink. This is actually India ink in here, and you would actually fill and load your nib. As you can see, the ink actually fills into this small area, and that's what holds the ink. Then you're able to make pen marks using the loaded nib here. On Google Classroom, I've attached a pen and ink worksheet you guys could use as a guide. I would like for you guys to practice some different pen marks, and it's just kind of warming up and getting used to using the pens. Since you guys are at home and we don't have access to the materials in the building, I want to talk about some other pen and ink possibilities. If you have a Sharpie, you can get different line quality if you have different size Sharpies, but you can see the difference. This is a very thick line versus having even possibly this has a chiseled edge. This is going to give you a different line quality, which would be much thicker as well. Obviously, you can get smaller as you go down. If you have a fine point Sharpie, that would probably be better. Here, this is just a ballpoint pen. This works just as well. Now you notice the ballpoint pen is not as dark as the other India ink. So if you have a permanent marker, that would probably be your best bet. The ballpoint pen is not going to be that dark, and we want to kind of build up more contrast. Now you can also use color ink. So if you have color pens, this works just as well. As you can see, those are building up. In your sketchbook, you are going to have a sketchbook assignment, and your sketchbook assignment is going to be draw an object, any object in your home, doesn't matter, and you're going to work on cross contour. So I have a water bottle here that my daughter left, and it's all crinkly because she's been using it, but I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to just use, I'm going to use my ink pen just to kind of show you guys how this works a little bit more. And you're going to create just a contour drawing, a light contour drawing of the object. I'm just going to do the basic shape here first, and then I'm going to go back in and kind of show my textures and add those. All right, so contour lines. If you guys were, I'm going to show with actually a pencil so I can erase this. If you were to go in here and you were to draw lines going like this and going vertical, or horizontally across and going straight, this shows a little bit of texture, but it is not going to show what I want it to be, because I need cross contour lines. So I'm going to erase those lines. I'm going to show you guys what the cross contour lines are. Cross contour lines are actually going to go in the form. So you want to show the form of the object. So here I'm going to actually show how this is going around. This will kind of show my texture here. Okay. So what I would like for you to do, even though there's not some texture here, you are going to create contour, cross contour lines that go all the way around. I want you guys to get used to drawing your lines. I want you guys to get used to the shape and the form of an object. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to add in just some shadows and do some hatching marks, just to play around a little bit with my pen and working with some of the lines. I eventually am going to want to build up some highlights and shadows. Okay. So you're going to be working on this for a sketchbook assignment. You guys can even create a drop shadow. Since I have multiple light sources here, I've got drop shadows going from all different angles. But the drop shadows are going to be done with hatch marks or cross hatching marks, because that's the first thing we're going to be working with. Hatching is all going in the same direction. Cross hatching is going in 2 different directions, or even 3, it depends, and you're crossing over your marks. But you can see you can create different values. The thicker your lines, the heavier the value is going to be. The thinner the lines, the lighter the value will be. The more lines you have overlapping, the darker the value will be. The less lines you have overlapping, the lighter the value will be. So you guys can kind of see a little bit of a value range. Okay, so I will see you guys soon. We are about to have our meeting, and I look forward to seeing you guys. All right, good luck, stay home, stay safe.